Hi student, today in this video I am going to discuss how we can represent different types of motion graphically. Different type of motion means if an object is stationary or if an object is moving with uniform speed or uniform motion, non-uniform motion. So this different type of motion, how can we represent with graph? So first we will discuss about distance time graph. Distance time graph. Okay. First, for stationary object. So if we draw a stationary distance time graph for a stationary object, what will be it look like? So stationary object means it is at rest at any time. Suppose at t1 equals to 1 second, its distance is 5 meter. Then at t2 equal to 2 second also, its distance will be 5 meter. At t3 equals to 3 second also, its distance will be 5 meter only, because it is stationary, it is at rest. Yes, it is not moving anywhere. So if we draw a graph along y-axis, we will take distance, and along x-axis we will take time. This is our origin. So 1, 2, 3. So at every time, if we consider their distance, it will be 5 only. So the graph will be a straight line parallel to the time axis. So if a question arises like this, what will be the nature of distance time graph for a stationary object? So our answer will be the graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis. Okay, so by this graph we can represent distance time graph for stationary object. So next, what will be our distance time graph for uniform motion? So uniform motion is if an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, then this type of motion is called uniform motion. Suppose that t equals to 1 second, an object covers a distance of 2 meter. Then its velocity will be 2 by 1, this is 2 meter per second. Next, at t2 equals to 2 second, suppose it cover a distance of 4 meter. Then in this case velocity will be how much? 4 by 2, again 2 meter per second. Next, at t3 equal to 3 second, suppose distance is 6 meter. So here also velocity 6 by 3 equals to 2 meter per second. See here, from t1 to t2, this time interval is 2 minus 1 equals to 1 second. Again from t2 to t3, time interval is 1 second. So within a 1 second of time interval, it covers a distance of 2 meter. So here also in 1 second time interval, it covers a distance of 2 meter. So meaning is that in a time interval of 1 second, the object is covering always 2 meter distance. that means equal distance in equal intervals of time, then this type of motion is called uniform motion. Now, if we draw a graph, distance, time, this is origin, so 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. Okay, distance is 2 meter, 4 meter, 6 meter. So if we put the coordinate, our first coordinate will be here, second coordinate this one, this one. So if we join all the 3 points, graph will be like this. Okay, so distance time graph for uniform motion is a straight line. Now from this graph we can calculate the velocity of the object. See here, from this data we know that the object is moving with a velocity of 2 meter per second. But from this graph also we can calculate this value 2 meter per second. So how we can calculate? See, suppose we have to take any 2 points here, suppose A and B. Okay, now if we join this, so it will make a triangle. ACB will be a right angle triangle. Now if we calculate the slope of the graph, slope means it is the ratio of perpendicular by base of this triangle ABC or ACB. Okay, so this slope will give us the velocity. See here, perpendicular is BC and base is AC. Now see, from BC means what? This point 6 and C is what? 2. From O to 6, this distance is 6 meter, and O to C, this is 2 meter. So BC we can write it like this. Suppose we take another point here D. BC equals to what? BD minus CD. If from this total BD, if we subtract CD, then we can get BC. Similarly, AC equals to what? This distance. Yes, AC means this portion. So OD, if we take another point here E, OD minus OE, OD minus OE. So it will be BD is 6 meter, 6 minus 2, here also for this portion 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1, so that is 4 by 2, that is equals to 2 meter per second. So in this way, from a distance time graph we can calculate velocity of the object. So for this, just we have to take 2 coordinates on the graph, then we have to make a triangle like this, and then find the ratio of perpendicular by base of that triangle. In this way, if we calculate the slope of the graph, then we can calculate velocity of the object. So next we will discuss about velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. Okay, velocity time graph for uniform motion. We will take the same example. So along x-axis we will take time. Now along x-axis we will take velocity. In distance time graph, along y-axis we are considering distance, and in velocity time graph along y-axis we will consider velocity, and this is our origin. Now for uniform motion, since here velocity is constant at every time, so at t equals to 1 second also its velocity is 2 meter. At t equals to 2 second also its velocity is 2 meter. At t equal to 3 second also its velocity is 2 meter per second. So it will be a straight line parallel to the time axis. So this is the nature of the graph for uniform motion, that the velocity time graph for a uniform motion is a straight line parallel to the time axis, since velocity remains constant at every time. Okay. So next we will discuss the velocity time graph for uniformly accelerated motion. So uniformly accelerated motion means your velocity will increase at a constant rate. Uniformly accelerated motion. So for acceleration, velocity has to be increased, and uniformly means velocity will increase at a constant rate. So suppose at t equals to 1 second, its velocity is equals to 2 meter per second. At t2 equals to 2 second, velocity equals to 4 meter per second, and t3 equals to 3 second, its velocity is 6 meter per second. So in every 1 second, velocity increases by 2 meter per second. So this type of motion is called uniformly accelerated motion, and for uniformly accelerated motion, acceleration will be constant, because here acceleration will be 2 meter per second square. A2 will also be equal to 4 by 2 meter per second square, and A3 is equals to 2 meter per second square. Now from here, if we draw the graph, this is velocity, time 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. So here also graph will be a straight line. Now in the previous example we have calculated velocity from a distance time graph. Now from a velocity time graph we can calculate acceleration by the same manner. That means by calculating the slope of the graph. So here also same procedure, just take two coordinates A and B, then make a triangle. See, then this portion will be our how much? 6 minus 2, 4 meter per second, and from A to C this timing is 3 minus 1, 2 seconds. So slope will be perpendicular by base, so 4 meter per second by 2 second, so that is 2 meter per second square. So in this way, from a velocity time graph we can calculate acceleration. So again one thing, from velocity time graph we can also calculate the distance covered by the object. Okay, now how can we calculate the distance covered by the object from a velocity time graph? And for that we have to calculate the area covered by the graph. Suppose from this is point A, so from point A or from position A, when the object moves to the position B, so how much distance is covered in moving from A to B, that we can calculate by calculating the area covered by this portion AB. Okay, so if we calculate the area of this portion, okay, area of this portion, because this portion is the area covered by the graph AB. That is why if we calculate the area of this portion, then we will get the distance covered by the object when moving from A to B. So then area covered by the graph AB will be how much? See, we can divide the total area in two parts. One is the area of this triangle and other one is area of this rectangle. In two portions we can divide. Suppose we give point D and E. So area of this triangle is half into perpendicular into base, plus area of this rectangle is length into breadth, ED into CD. Okay, so BC is how much? This one, 6 minus 2, 4, and AC is how much? 3 minus 1, 2. Similarly, here ED is 3 minus 1, 2. CD is how much? CD is 2. CD is 2 again. This is CD. So cancel. 4 plus 4, 8 meter. So this is the distance covered by the object when it is moving from A to B. Okay, so in this way, from a velocity time graph we can calculate the distance covered by the object.